Good morning. My name is John Stevens. I'm pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we are part of the ELCA. And welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where we take a look at the lectionary text and we tie them to an item from the Dollar Tree or the junk drawer, the garage, or the kids' room. You know, we've been doing it. Thank you so much for your partnership in this ministry. Thank you for those who have given donations over the last couple of weeks. I appreciate it so much, and thank you for spending a little bit of your week with me in this way. If you're looking at a way to donate, you can do so in the show notes on the YouTube channel. There's stuff you can look at. There's stuff on the website. Anyway, but I appreciate any and all of it. Thank you. And more importantly, thank you for the love that you're sharing with your kids and your congregations and your families. You are rocking it. Thank you. This is for the narrative lectionary, and we're coming to the end of the First John series. It's chapter 6 that we're at, and we are going to run the end credits. Yep, that's what we're going to do. And at the end of this, on this chapter, whoever wrote the gospel, whoever wrote the letters, First John, attributed to John, and a lot of the use of love and the use of all of the same imagery tells us that either John or someone in the community of John wrote it. That's more for Bible study versus the kids' sermon. But we're doing the end credits, because here we're talking about, you've heard all of this stuff, and then we're called to give testimony. We're called to witness to the God who, through Jesus Christ, who loves us and redeems us and tells us and tells the kids, tells the world that you are loved. It's amazing. Yeah, it's a miracle. The miracle that we are loved because of who God is and who we've been created to be and who created us. It's amazing. So we are using the end credits. I love the end credits a lot of times, and this is one of the reasons I like the Avenger movies, because I love the fact that the cut scenes or the extra scenes that as you're watching the end credits, they show up, and it makes you want to watch the end credits. There's something going to happen. I know it. So having talk about the end credits, talk about what you're going to do is you're going to talk about all of the people that have been part of worship, all the people that made worship today possible, from if you've got co-pastors, if you're the youth director, there's the pastor, and you've got all this list of those who made it, and you maybe have your bulletin, or maybe you have your PowerPoint or whatever, and you can bring that up, and you could even you could create if you have iMovie, they have trailers that you can put together the end credits for something. I don't know. This is one of those springboards to a springboard, but I'm thinking poster board, going old school, maybe a flannel board. That would be great. So you have your poster, and you have on there, you've got worship today brought to you by, and then there's Pastor Susan, and then you've got that, and then you've got also brought to you by the musicians, and Carl Gustafson, that's our musician. Shout out to Carl. But brought to you by Carl. You could say brought to you by the house band. I'm in New Orleans right now, and on Tuesday, the 2024 youth gathering starts, and I can't wait to hear the house band. I can't wait to hear the music and worship with 18,000 kids plus adults. So yeah, and so you've got the poster boards giving the end credits, worship. You've got the musician, you've got those who cared for the altar, who set up communion, you have the nursery attendant, you have the greeters and the ushers, you have the acolytes, you have the choir if they sang, you have the readers who read scripture, you have the communion assistants that helped with communion, and all these things, and you've got the congregation, the people in the pews, the people in the seats. You've got that. Oh, and you've also got the kids that were there. If you have Sunday school, you've got the Sunday school teachers. You've got all these end credits. And then you ask, how did I know about all of these things? How did I know on these end credits when I listed all of the people that took place in worship and all of the people that helped with worship? How did I know that? Because I saw it. I witnessed it. I witnessed the worship. I witnessed Carl playing the piano over there. I saw Sandy take the kids off to Sunday school, but they'll come back for communion. And it's summer, so we don't have the Sunday school. But anyway, and so you've got that. And and I saw the people in the pews, in the seats. I saw the people in the back pew. Lots of people in the back pew. All of those things, because I witnessed it. And then in 1 John, at the end, we talk about giving testimony to the things that we have witnessed, to the God that has loved us and the experience of love that we have. And so we can share that because we have witnessed it and felt it not only in our hearts, but also what we've seen into the world and what our congregation, how we are loving the neighbor, the stranger, the poor, the hungry, the outcast. And we witness that, and so we can talk about it and say, this is what we have seen. And it shows us again the love of God. So looking at that end credits, especially because we're at the end of John. And so this whole wrap up of the series of John, of the letter of 1 John, and how we can talk about it. Because John is, the author of 1 John has led us up to this point. And so we can then talk about, the end credits. Because a lot of times we just skip the end credits. We're just like, we get to 1 John chapter 5, we read that, no, in chapter 6. We don't need that. But the end credits are important. And it kind of brings us into other directions. Anyway, end credits, poster board, flannel board, PowerPoint, all kinds of ways you can do it. But all right, thank you again so much for your partnership in this ministry. Thank you for the love that you are sharing with your kids and your congregations and your families. You, my friend, are rocking it. Thank you. All right, we'll see you next week. Peace.